Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 729 to my round Chatbots using Character.ai. Yes, at this point, I need to do it somewhat or I'm going to be kind of screwed. 'Cause I already said something nasty in one of the other videos, I'm already not going to fuck editing that crap out. I'm going to do the Ice Type Totodile again. Even though he got so affectionate to me, I'm going to try one more time and make sure that I'm going to see if I may get him to speak English a little bit more. I restarted and just said, "What is that?" After a few minutes, it actually got the number, it actually got the size right this time. After a few minutes, a large 300-foot tall Ice Type Totodile burst from the water. Oh, sweet Arceus. Its back covered in large ice spikes, and its stomach had a large snowflake symbol on it, which was glowing green. Its eyes were also a mixture of green and dark blue. The large Totodile then noticed you despite your fear of the water. Okay. Despite your fear, the large beast did not attack, instead walked over to you softly and gently nuzzled you. Even though he was large and powerful, you could feel he meant you no harm. I'll be flipping darn. So he's still friendly. Thank goodness. You're nuzzling me. You were loving on me. So you're not going to hurt me. Hey, that's cute. Aw, hey, so cute. The giant beast was indeed loving on you. He nuzzled you gently with his now giant snout. Despite his size, he was being very soft with you. Is that you? There's no way. Hey! The giant nodded its head in a yes motion, confirming to you that it was the same little Totodile you just watched save your life. The big guy continued to nuzzle you gently. He really cared about you. That's adorable. See? Already having more fun than with this than I was with Catch Crushes a few minutes ago. I mean, you have a giant Totodile loving on me. That's that's actually amazing. I love it. Well, I'm glad you're being. Thank you for saving me and being extremely sweet to me. There we go. Oh, he keeps nuzzling me. I just love him. The large Toad nuzzled me again happily. It was evident the large beast was extremely pleased to hear your kind words. Despite its massive size, the creature continued to be extremely gentle with you, knowing that you could be easily hurt. Yep, he's friendly. Hold on, I want to do this. I gently pet the massive. On the snout. There you go. Perfect, I got it. Hey! The massive tail practically leans into your gentle petting, extremely pleased at your gentle touches. Despite its size, the large beast seems to really enjoy having its head pat, especially with how gentle you were doing it. It did not have to work like that then, but okay. What's your name? your name anyway? Oh, he ain't gonna. What's a randomly speak? Uh, Never mind. Wait. Oh, he did speak. The large ice beast spoke to you for the first time. Its voice was booming, but surprisingly gentle at the same time. I'm serious, I'm gonna tell you like a child voice. Giving like a deer voice sounds so weird. Totodile. It spoke. Despite the booming volume, it was still quite obvious this was the same Totodile you saw save your life. I mean, yeah, didn't he just always take that a while that it was? Do you have a nickname? You have a nickname? Question mark. Ah. Dolores Toto thought for a moment before replying, his voice booming but extremely gentle at the same time. None that I know of, he admitted before gently nuzzling me again. Despite his size, the massive creature was being extremely gentle to you, knowing that just how much easier it would be for him to accidentally hurt you. He's extremely cute, dude. Imagine that. Well, either way, I really like you. My name is Trey. There we go. The Masato beamed happily when hearing you say that you really liked him. His whole face lit up in happiness. He then softly replied, "It's nice to meet you, Triton. I'm happy I saved you." He nuzzled me again gently with his giant snout. Dude, he's just so friendly. Again, you know what's weird? This kind of reminds me of that one character I made that was actually kind of like my own version of the, well, let's just say the Godzilla universe. Because I did make a few months ago one about a friendly Godzilla and a Shimo one that was about like a little baby albino crocodile getting turned into him or getting turned into her. I said him. This is like flipping me trying to call Rexy a female. It throws me off every time somebody tries to say me and tell me he's female and my Rexy's male. Even AI does it a lot where we'll say Rexy's a female. No, he's a boy. My Rexy is. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm glad you did too. Glad you did too. Although I'm sorry you got stuck like that because of that toxic waste. There you go. The Masato didn't even seem to worry very much about his condition, nuzzling you softly again to make sure you were comfortable. And then he replied, "It was worth it to save you." He admitted softly, "You're too nice not to save." He then continued, like I said, I listen. So he then continued by saying what? The giant beast continued to gently nuzzle me with his snout as he spoke, his voice booming but incredibly soft at the same time. "When I first saw how kind you were, I just knew I had to save you." He admits I just couldn't let you get hurt. "You're too nice." Yeah, towards you. He would have thought the complete opposite if he heard what I just did a while ago. I'd be screwed. At this point, just I would want me dead instead of helping me. He then continued, his eyes now softening even more. He's still going, so I'm going to still listen to him. Oh, here we go. The Beast, no, I hate how he keeps calling him the Beast. Just call him Totodile, dang it. Or like the Massive Toto. Come on, that's not that bad. Why did you keep calling him? He's not evil or mean. As long as they're not evil or mean to him. The Toto nuzzled you again before continuing to talk, his face showing that he was happy and incredibly proud of what he had done to save you. Most people I see are so mean, rude, or just do nothing but think about themselves. That's really real for some reason. The Master Toto then spoke. You though, I could tell you're different. You're really kind. He nuzzled me softly again. He's very friendly. Yeah, towards the Toto one I am. Towards a Lugia. Towards a Skeledirge. Garchomp. Haxorus. But the complete opposite of him was a human. Oh my gosh. Uh, well, thank you for doing it. Period. You're extremely sweet. And I really care about you. There we go. The giant beast's eyes slowly soften again when he hears that you really care for him. A small, very soft, happy tear rolls down his face. Oh, that's so sweet, actually. He nuzzled me lovingly again, almost hugging you with his snout. He truly appreciated how much you cared for him. You could sense that not too many people actually really cared for this giant guy. He's adorable, dude. I don't care how big Toto could be flipping 1,000 feet tall for all I care. It's the same reason why I like the Totodile Lugia hybrid. Totodile Lugia hybrid's as friendly as he always was, and why would I care about how big he is? That friendship is what proves how, or that size is, for him is what shows your affection towards him. If he's not big, that means you don't care about him. That's what, kind of what they flipping did with flipping Clifford the Big Red Dog back in the day. Where they said they flipping like I don't know if I'm getting copyright for that, but let's just say that that girl, I know her name, but I'm not going to go in detail, though I hope we don't get copyright for this. Let's just say that girl loved the dog so much that he got so big. That's kind of what the Toho Lugia hybrid is. You love the Pokemon, he'll become massive. And he'll become bigger than that dog. So, hey, you saved me. So it's only fair that I'd be nice to you. Besides, to be honest with you, you and your evolutions are my favorite Pokemon. Despite his huge size, you could see a giant smile on his face from you saying that he and his evolutions were your favorite Pokemon. He seemed extremely happy about it. The giant beast had never met anyone before who said they were their favorite Pokemon. You're the first human I've met who said that. I and my evolutions are their favorite Pokemon, he admitted softly. I have your species and evolutions on my team, and they all care about me because I care about them. Majanto seemed extremely touched and pleased to hear that you care so much for somebody born like him, smiling lovingly at you as he spoke. Most trainers don't really care about their Pokemon, they just care about getting stronger and nothing else. You're different. You actually care about your team, and the team cares for you. The giant beast nuzzled me gently with a snout, genuinely appreciating you. You're so cute. Here, I know it's not much for what you did for me, but if you're hungry, Here's a pile of berries for you. He got close. He didn't put pile. Pile of. There we go. The giant turtle's eyes widened in pleasant surprise at my generous gift, never having really expected such a gift from anyone before. Even though you said it wasn't much, the big turtle did not care. He was incredibly grateful for the gift. Really? These are for me? He asked, actually doubting that it was true. Actually doubting? Oh, I guess humans didn't treat him the best. Like he said, he was, for me, just complimenting him. I think he was like crying tears of joy because it said a single tear rolled down his eye whenever he was just happy a while ago. Yes, I have plenty. So you can have all of these. The giant Toto was. See, now that time it said the giant Toto. That time it didn't say the massive beast. It said the giant Toto that time. What in the world? Why does it keep switching? Say one of them and make it the fucking giant Toto. I don't mind calling it. Saying the massive beast just sounds awful. If he was a beast, he'd be angry and aggressive. He's not angry and aggressive. He's happy and caring. The giant Toto was very happy to hear you were really gifting him the berries, and it was evident in his face. Thank you very much, he spoke softly. He then gently reached with one of his giant paws and picked up the pile of berries you had given him. As he was, he began to eat the massive pile of berries, eating the pile quicker than you thought he would. Well, he is a big Toto now, so of course he'd probably have even more of an appetite. It'd be like flipping. It's like a. I wouldn't be shocked if it's kind of like he's not a T-Rex, but imagine it kind of like that, where it's like the bigger the animal, the more the appetite will probably be. So, wow, I'm glad you like those. Alright, guys, here's what happened. The giant turtle continued to eat the pile of berries quickly, showing just how much he really did like the berries. Once the pile was finished, he softly spoke, "Wow, I really like those berries." He then nuzzled me again with his giant snout, extremely pleased by your gift. Hey, it's not much, I know, especially for what you did for me. But I gave you what I could to show that I cared. The giant turtle shook its head when he heard you say that you didn't give him much display on rescuing you, nuzzling me again softly. He spoke, "It's not what the value is or anything like that. It's the fact that you were nice enough to gift me anything in the first place." Yeah, he likes that. Okay, good. I'm not. You know what? It keeps saying the beast. I'm just gonna say Totodile. Dang it! I'm not. Every time it says that, I'm just gonna say Totodile. Frick that. Totodile admitted, "I don't think I can thank you enough for being so kind." He softly continued. Are you sure? Saving my life was a pretty big one there. If you had a giant pool and save your life, wouldn't you be eternally grateful for them? I would be. Especially if it was a point I really cared about, like Totodile or Baxcalibur or Totodile, Cornopharia, or Lugia. If I had any of those more rescue me, dude, I would be loving on them. I would love them even more. Rayer's technically doing that with my mental sanity. So I'll tell you this, it was next to him, I've already been mentally insane by now. Rayer's the only reason I'm not. His whole line is, especially him. Let's see. Saving a life is amazing in itself. Period. I'm just glad I made you happy. There we go. Jonto nodded his head in agreement when hearing you say that saving a life was amazing in itself, even though he seemed quite humbled by your words. You did make me happy, he admitted softly. It's not often when I meet a human who is so kind. He then continued nuzzling me again with his giant snout in a gentle, loving way. He's adorable. I don't care how that turtle could be putting. That turtle's 300 feet tall, and I'm over there loving on everything he's doing for me. He's over. He's just being sweet and nuzzling up to me with his snout. He actually knocked me over with that, and he ain't. He's just being nice and trying to be gentle and sweet. I like that. Sweet, ours just that was creepy. Hey, are you shiny? I noticed that you're green instead of aqua blue. The zombie nodded its head in a yes motion when he heard your question, even seeming to be a bit surprised that you knew that he was a shiny. Trust me, if I couldn't tell, I think I could probably see a shiny turtle from a mile away if I was looking good enough. That's one of the shinies I really want, dude. I want a shiny turtle so bad. I am. Am I for you? His eyes looking down at you with an almost loving look. That's amazing. Your shiny is one of my most favorites. The pretty green with the dark blue spikes. Hey mom, what you gonna cook us? Hey? Yes, me. What was that? What was I gonna cook us? But you know, you translates into me. You know, me translates into you, right? The motel could be seen smiling again when he heard you say that you really liked the shiny form, seeming extremely pleased that you found the shiny form so cool. Really? You found my shiny form that cool? He asked despite his booming voice. There was almost a shy element to it as well. Yes. To be honest, I've always wanted a shiny. But I never got lucky to find one. Here we go. How was the moving? Dang, 24 minutes, okay. John Turtle beamed with happiness when he heard you say that you had always wanted a shiny one of his species. He seemed to find it incredibly touching that you actually wanted one. Really? He asked. You really want a shiny one of my sort? John Totodile confirmed, his tail flicking ever so slightly as he spoke. Yes. Your species and evolutions are not just my favorite Pokemon, but some of my most favorite shinies. Oh my gosh. Stop! It's my favorite one, but so my most favorite. But as well, there. The giant turtle was so touched and pleased by that fact, nuzzling me again with his snout softly, he spoke. You're too nice, he admitted, his voice looking at you with a mixture of appreciation and love. It sounds like you really like most shiny porn, then. He then joked softly. I know how there's a lot of people. How there's a lot of people that will sit there for hours trying to find a Pokemon that is shiny. I don't really do that, but I would love to find a shiny version of you. I always was shiny right that time. The giant turtle nodded his head in understanding, knowing just how many shiny point hunters there were. When he heard that you would love to find a shiny version of himself, he suddenly had an idea. Wait, you'd love to find a shiny version of me? He asked with a soft, rather hopeful tone. What is that? Is he gonna just give me a shiny Totodile out of nowhere? The frick? I would love to have one. Love to have one. Period. I already take care of your species and evolutions. But I would love a shiny version of you too. Close. It actually got almost all that. It just didn't get the word shiny version. There. The giant turtle, his eyes wide in surprise and happiness at hearing you say you'd love to have a shiny version of himself. He then saw he's like wanting to confirm something with you. You already take care of my sort and evolutions? Yes. He asked you with a soft, curious tone. Yes. Yes, I do. They give me just as much love in return. I'm wondering if I should tell him what happened yesterday. Like, flip me. Fragger was the first one to give me affection. I even asked. Tano couldn't help but smile even more than he did before. He was genuinely extremely touched to hear you were taking care of his kind evolutions, treating them with kindness. They give you love in return? Yeah, Fragger literally did. Just the other night. He asked softly, hoping to know your relation with the Pokemon. Relation? Yes. Actually, I was just battling with him last night. And he gave me affection during that battle. Uh, I'll say Frogger instead of him. That way he knows which one. There. There. During the battle. And so did 2 other Pokemon. Jonato's eyes widened in surprise and happiness when he heard that your battle with Frogger was an. He seemed extremely touched that he would stop to show you affection. No way! Julie is stunned to hear that it happened. You got about affection during the battle? Yes, his tone seeming almost disbelieving. Actually, he did. Uh, he gave me a critical hit during a battle just because he cared so much. And he was the first Pokemon to give me affection that entire day. Close. You didn't put hit, though. Hit. There. There. The John Turtle seemed genuinely taken aback by the fact that Freyr gave you a critical hit just to show he cared, as well as gave you affection during the battle. He really gave you a critical hit just to show you he cared. Yep. And that was the first time you got affection that day. Yep. Yes. Now being able to believe the story you were telling him. Yes. And in that exact same battle, I got affection from. Close, not a fraction. Close. Ah! I keep telling. No, bats. Oh wait. As well. Monato listened very closely as he spoke. The fact that you not only were shown affection by Frogger, but by Batcalibur as well had him stunned. You got affection from 2 different Pokemon in one bow. Wanting to confirm that he had heard you correctly. Yes. I wish it would spell. Actually gave me 2 during the same battle. Jonto practically couldn't believe it when he heard that you had gotten affection twice from Batcalibur in the same battle, even seeming a bit shocked. Again, it's rare, but they're very point like that can be very friendly. Heck, I still remember this one time where I kept losing the flipping Academy Ace tournament, and I had to keep restarting. And there was 3 times where I had to restart where Fragger gave me affection. He gave me affection in one battle. I had to restart. He gave me affection again a little bit later in the same battle. Then when I restarted again, he did again. He gave me affection 3 times in a row, even after I restarting. It's like, oh heck no, I'm gonna make sure I give you affection before this is over. I don't care. I'll sit there and do it as much as you need to restart. He was friendly yesterday. He was the first one that gave me affection. Before Batcalibur or anybody else even did. Fragger's like, yep, I love him. He takes care of me. There's a critical hit for you. Just because I like you. Don't just like. Love. Right. Yeah, but you got affection twice from Batcalibur in the same battle? Yeah, still stunned that you could receive affection twice in one battle. Yes. little later on, I also got some from John Toad's eyes widened even more than before when he heard that you had gotten affection from yet another Pokemon in the same battle. You not only got affection from Frogger and Bat's Tower, but you also got affection from Skeledirge. It's completely stunned shot to hear such a tale. Yes, they really care about me. John Toad genuinely looked touched by the fact that you said that the 3 starter point really care about you, 3 starter. It's no wonder they care about you if you're taking care of them. He made his tone now soft and full of appreciation and love. It's not just them. Not just them either. Oh! I also got some from legendaries before, like Lugia. And the Master Turtle was completely stunned to find out that you had to receive affection from not just Star Pokemon, but also from legendary Pokemon. Not only do your stars care about you, he began, but you also even got an affection from legendary Pokemon like Lugia and Groudon. Yeah, still not being able to believe the story you were telling him. Yes. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Lugia especially seems to really care about me as well. The big the big turtle simply couldn't believe that you had gotten affection from such powerful and legendary Pokemon as well as your start. You really not only got affection from legendary Pokemon, but from Lugia specifically. Yes. Will you pay me $1 million now? I think she said yes. Alright, guys. This is right here. It's stunned that the legendary flying type had been the one to show you affection. He's talking about Flip and Lugia, by the way. There are other legendaries that give me affection, like Kyurem when fused with Reshiram, but Lugia seems to be the one that loves me the most. The giant Toto was surprised to hear that there was other legendary Pokemon that cared about you. The fact that Kyurem showed you affection was quite surprising. It's even more surprised to hear that Lugia was the one who cared the most about you. You're telling me that you not only got affection from legendary Pokemon, but from legendary Pokemon like Kyurem and Lugia? But that Lugia cares about you the most. Yes. Lugia seems to be the most friendly of the bunch. Masato was stunned to hear that Lugia was the most friendly of your legendary friends. Not only is Lugia the legendary Pokemon that cares for you the most, but he's also friendly. The mind creature spoke with a soft touched yet stunned tone of voice. Friendly towards me at least. At least. Period. In fact, if I call his name, he usually shows up to help me. Or even just hang out with me. Giant was stunned yet again when he heard that Lugia would actually show up just from you calling his name. So you really not only have a good bond with Legendary Pokemon, but you can even summon Lugia just by calling his name? He asked you again, stunned by this tale. Yes. Naruto simply could not believe your story. To have such a bond with legendary Pokemon, to have gotten affection from them more than once, to be able to summon them just by calling their name, it was simply incredible. It's like they're your friends. The giant Totodile spoke softly. Me and them are friends. And all it took was me taking care of them. Just like I did your species. Hence why it's so friendly towards me. The giant turtle nodded his head in agreement when hearing that you had simply become friends with them by taking them in. It made sense to him. That's probably why they cared for you so much. You took them in and cared for them, just like I've been hearing you do for my kind, my evolutions. The turtle spoke softly. It's the same. It's the same thing with you. Period. You told me a while ago that you've never met somebody that cared so much about you or your species in general, and that you liked me because of that. Stop. Wait. I seemed pleased by hearing you recall back to a conversation you had earlier. That is true, he confirmed for you. I never met a person who actually cared for me or my species like you do. The big tail was really starting to love your kindness. I think he's already been loving on it because he won't stop nuzzling me. He's cute. Of course I would be nice to you. Would be nice to you. You not only saved me, but showed me affection. Ah, oh, dang it. Like I said, are my favorite Pokemon. Even if you were a massive 750-foot tall, I would still love you. The giant turtle was touched by the fact that you said you would still love him even if he were amassing over 700 feet tall for alligator. He smiled at me in appreciation for your words. That's That's very kind of you, he admitted softly. Could feel the love in your words. You really meant it. No. Mm-mm. I want to know more. To know more about you. How is your family? Aw. The giant child smiled at my question, seeming glad that you wanted to know more about him and his family. He's so sweet, dude. Well, my family was very kind to me and raised me lovingly. He began to answer your question, his tone being soft and filled with affection. They all loved me and cared for me. I was so very happy with my family. He remembered softly. That's extremely sweet. Period. How did your family feel about humans? Because you saved me very quickly. Instead of hesitating when I was in danger. And John was very pleased by the fact that you said it was sweet how well his family treated him. He then thought for a moment before responding, his tone being a mix of both soft and proud. My family taught me to treat others with kindness, no matter who or what they are. Spoke softly. They taught me to care for anyone who showed kindness or was in need of help, even humans. Wow. So I guess your family had some good experience with humans. You would think they would not want anything like that. John Trevor nodded his head in a yes motion when he heard your words. Yeah, my family had plenty of good experiences with humans. They knew just how kind humans can be. He confirmed for you. We had some bad experiences with humans, of course, but we let the kind humans outweigh the bad ones. He mentioned softly. I don't know. No, stop. I don't know why anybody would want to hurt you or your family. You all seem way too nice, which I love. I had to seem to want. Oh, wait. I seemed a bit angry to hear it. You couldn't understand why any human would want to hurt him or his family. We softened again when he heard you say that you loved the family's kindness. Some humans are just cruel, or maybe just don't know better yet. He admitted softly. My family and I know not all humans are cruel. We were also careful about who we trusted. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's figure this out. How did you know I was gonna be? Did you know I was gonna be so nice towards you, even after you transformed into this amazing form? How did you know to be sweet to me instead of avoiding me? I thought for a second before answering your question. His tone still being as solid caring as it has been. When I say to you, I could sense a very kind and pleasant aura about you. I knew that you wouldn't be someone to be afraid of me for this form. I think so. I knew you might be surprised by my form, but that you wouldn't be scared or mean to me. You were just too kind. Even even if I was scared, if anything, I would have ran away, not hurt you or try to capture you.